I enjoy using Anchor podcasting services. For one, it's an easy setup. Secondly, you can do everything on the same platform, which includes record and then add music to your podcast if you like. And once your podcast has been saved, you can then distribute it to other platforms with the click of a button. And did I mention that it's free? You couldn't ask for anything better than this. Thank you for tuning into Bringing the Heat with Regina Weston. Here we inspire and deal with topics that matter. Stay tuned. Bringing the Heat listeners. You can visit my website at www.reginaweston.com. And while you are there, you can find all books written by Regina Weston. It's story time. Let's travel back down memory lane. Okay, ladies, let's talk about this. I want to talk about men in sheep clothing, but they're really wolves, girl. They are wolves. Okay, back down memory lane. So don't hold this against me. I was coming from work, standing on the platform waiting for the L train to come, minding my own business. Because see, that's what I do. I don't come for people. I mind my own business. So I was on the platform waiting for the L train to come so I could take my butt home after a hard day's work. When this guy, he walked up to me and he started talking to me. He was like, "Hi, miss. How you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing fine." He was like, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Regina." I said, "What's your name?" I don't remember his name, but we're going to call him Steve, okay? "My name is Steve. You look nice. You travel this road all the time?" "Not all the time." "Oh, I would really like to get to know you." So we started talking and we had good conversation. But this is when the wolf came out. Now he still had on sheep clothing. Don't get it twisted. But the wolf in him started to come out. Because he thought I was some lame brain, some young girl that was hard up for a man. And that I showed my teeth to every man that I meet. No, I was just being polite, bruh. I was just being polite because you was all up in my face, you know. And the men, some men, they got that crazy thing going on. So ladies, you have to be careful how you respond to these men when they come to you. Because rejecting them can cost you your life. I know y'all heard of the story when that young lady was in the bar, minding her own business, drinking her gin and juice. When this guy came up to her and was like, "Hey, how you doing? You look nice. Can I get your number?" And she was like, "No thank you. I'm not interested." And he took out a gun and he took her life. So, with that being said, you can't come off rude to these guys. So you have to be polite, but you have to be alert. Keep your eyes and your ears open to see where they're coming from, to see how they're going to move as you respond to them. So I was just being polite. So then he says to me, "I just live a couple of blocks from here, and I would love to continue the conversation." And I'm like, "Okay." He was like, "Well, you want to come by my house? Because I just left my jacket, and I just need to retrieve my jacket. And then, I'll come back, walk you back to the train, and we can still, talk and shoot the breeze as we get to know each other." And I'm like, do I look like Boo Boo the Fool to you? In my brain. Because see, I wouldn't dare say that out loud. But I'm like, he's stupid. If he think that I'm naive and I'm a fall for the okie doke, because why would I go to your house? I don't know you from a can of paint. So why would I make a detour from going home to my safe place, to your home? To me, you are a stranger. I don't know you, to an environment and subject myself to rape or murder or torture or the above. Why would I do that? Ladies, I'm telling you this story because there are some of you that would have taken the bait. I read the news. I am well versed in the news. Don't do that. I will say don't speak to strangers. But as I said before, you got to know how to play your card in today's societies. Because people, some of them, are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and they can't take rejection. Or they don't take rejection well. So he kept trying. He was like, if you don't trust me, I'll give you my driver's license. And I'm saying to myself, with a smile on my face while I'm looking at him, what is your driver's license gonna do for me if I'm a corpse on your living room floor? So I was like, no, if you want to go home and retrieve your jacket, I'll wait right here until you come back. He was like, you don't trust me? In my mind, I was like, no, I don't trust you. I don't know you, bro. I don't know you. But see, I didn't say that because I was cool back then and I'm cool right now. So I was like, no, just go and get your stuff. I'll be here when you get back. He was like, okay. So he left. And guess what, young ladies? I went back upstairs and waited for my train. He never came back up. Not that I was really looking for him to come back up. I went home on the train. Never saw this young man again. The message is he was a sheep in wolf's clothing. That man had something deceitful on his mind. Because when he said he was going to be back, if he truly was coming back, he would have been back. Because the train took a long time to come. Trust me when I tell you. It was the L train too. It took a long time to come. But he never showed up. So what he was trying to do was lure me to his apartment. And once I got there, God knows what he intended to do. Now, I'm telling you this story, young ladies and men, young boys, because we have people out there that wake up every day trying to see how they can catch you slipping so they can bring bodily harm to you by taking your life or causing harm to you. So you cannot sleep. You cannot let your guards down. Meeting people on the internet and going to meet them, baby, that's a no to the double no to the no, 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 no. You don't do that. Heck, you can barely trust some of the individuals you meet in person and talk to on a regular basis. Because some people know how to hide cray-cray real good, okay? Do not let your guard down. Certainly do not meet nobody at no train stop, at no bar, online, and allow them to lure you into a trap that will cause you harm. That's the message for today. Because a lot of y'all are sleeping. And a lot of y'all are losing your life because of that. And a lot of y'all are losing, I'm going to say, your dignity in the sense that these people violate you. And once somebody violates you, you can't wash it off. You can't cry it off. For the most part, a lot of people that has been violated, they never feel the same. They feel powerless. And sometimes it takes people that do come back, it takes them a long time to gain their voice. And certainly, trust and believe, they don't trust as easily. So young ladies, I don't want to read about you in the headlines because you clicked on the dating site and this joker said, you want to go out for drinks? And that's the last your family or friends hear of you. Well, I knew she was going on a date with somebody she met online. If you're going to do that, I don't promote that. But if you're going to do something like that, then you need to have a friend that's in the restaurant, maybe one or two, that's in the restaurant hiding somewhere, that's watching your every move. And when that person leave, they leave by themselves. And you sit there and then let your friends come and follow you home because he could have stalker tendencies. Okay? Do not let your guard down, lady. Be watchful in these streets because these wolves, they for real. Okay? And remember, girls, some boys are only about that thing. Remember that? Bringing the heat, listeners. If you would like to support this podcast, you can do so through Cash App at $R Weston 252. That's RWESTON252 under the name Regina Redmond. I would like to thank you for your love and your support. Thank you, Bringing the Heat listeners. To listen to this podcast, go to anchorfm.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play, where we bring